Traditionally, WRX STIs come with unequal length headers stock. The unequal length headers give that STI the famous Subi rumble that everyone knows, and what these cars are famous for. Have you ever wondered what an STI would sound like with equal length headers? In this episode of PIM, I'll share what it's like to run an equal length header setup, make some comparisons with the stock unequal length headers that come with the STI, and play some sound clips of equal length headerness. Let's go, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Before we dive in, let's take a basic look at how the equal length headers and the unequal length headers are structured.
Exhaust headers direct hot exhaust gases away from the cylinder and into the turbocharger. The two main types of headers for the STI are equal length and unequal length headers. The Killer Bee Holy headers are constructed with primary runners, 4 pipes equal in length, hence the name equal length headers. The runners are then joined together by the merge collector, and the merge collector connects to the secondary runner, eventually navigating the exhaust gases to the hot side of the turbo. The STI's stock unequal length headers are also constructed with primary runners. The much loved Subi rumble is achieved through unequal length headers due to its unequal length runners. You can see that the runners on the right side are much longer than the runners to the left. The design also has multiple merge collectors. Unlike the equal length header, the final merge collector found to the left navigates the exhaust gases to the hot side of the turbo. And finally, the secondary runner acts to join the primary runners to the right to the primary runners on the left.
Now that you guys have some sort of understanding about equal length headers and unequal length headers, I want to say that this video is not about which header is better, equal length or unequal length, and whether I recommend one over the other. Some caveats before I continue with my equal length header setup. 1, I have an INVIDIA turbo back installed in the car. 2, I have a Process West air intake. 3, this car has been tuned with those parts in mind, as well as flex fuel. So at the moment, my car is on E85, and what flex fuel means is that you can run 98 and E85 at the same time. Now my goal for this build is to make sure that it can do everything: track, roll racing, daily driving. With all that, plus being highly, highly reliable. Yeah, so doing all that while being highly reliable, or as reliable as it could be, as EJs are known to blow up. So with the equal length header design, it's known to spread out the heat better than the stock unequal length headers. So it evens out the temperatures between the 4 cylinders, resulting in lower cylinder temps and reduces the chances of ring lands failing. While most aftermarket parts are an upgrade to the stock parts, so please bear in mind that if you do get aftermarket unequal length headers, they will generally be better than the stock unequal length headers that the car comes with. So whether you upgrade to equal or unequal, generally it'll be an upgrade. So the equal length headers I have installed in this car is the Killer Bee 4-in-1 Holy header with an up pipe. So these Killer Bee headers come from the factory Swain coated, so that's a type of ceramic coating. According to their website, it typically blocks out 35 to 55% of heat radiating from the headers. So the coating is permanently bonded to the part, which means you don't need to reapply coats. What's different with the car? So the Subi rumble is gone. Well, not really gone. So at idle, what happens is you do get a bit of that Subi rumble. It's not as distinct as the stock unequal length headers, but it is there. I'll play some sound clips after this to show you guys what idling sounds like after a cold start. In terms of performance, I feel like the equal length headers make the car more efficient. You can feel it daily driving, giving it a bit of a push. The car feels like it can breathe better, and the sound that it makes is also more aggressive than the stock unequal length headers. Again, you'll find out in the sound clips coming up. When daily driving, the car does feel smoother. It doesn't feel, for me, in my opinion, the car felt kind of sluggish on unequal length headers, the stock unequal length headers. And in track and roll racing, it feels a lot torqueier when flooring it. Again, the tune will also help this, the flex tune, also the air intake and the turbo back exhaust. Thanks. So I got my equal length headers installed and supplied by DC Jap. The guys over there are freaking awesome. I highly recommend them to anyone that's interested in building their cars. Yeah, mad. Well, this is the end of the vid. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you've learned a lot about the equal length headers. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. It does help the channel, considering I'm still fairly new and all. And let's start a conversation about equal length headers and unequal length headers. What do you have, or what do you want to get, and why? Please leave a comment below to start that conversation. Again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.